A major bantamweight contender fight is heading to Las Vegas. Former UFC champion Petr and the rising Merab Dvalishvili have agreed to a main event for the March 11th UFC Fight Night card, which takes place at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Jan has lost 2 straight, both by close split decision, after becoming the UFC interim bantamweight champion with a win over Corey Sandhagen in October of 2021. As for Merab, he has won 8 straight fights and is coming off a unanimous decision win over Jose Aldo at UFC 278 in August. What do you guys think of this matchup? Who do you think wins, Merab or Jan? Let us know in the comments below. On Tuesday, Ngannou spoke to Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour and said he was managing himself during the negotiations with the UFC. With that, Francis hasn't been able to reach an agreement with the promotion.
It was a lot of them, like what I have learned is that you don't go in the table of a negotiation expecting to have everything that you want, but at least you want your partner, you want the other side to show a willingness or at least try. So I asked for a lot of things, which doesn't mean I was expecting all those things, but I was expect at least a few or 1, 2 out of those things. First, I asked for a sponsorship, a right of a sponsorship, which we've been ripped off. We can't have sponsorship. I have for health insurance. Couldn't have. I asked for a fighter advocate, somebody in the board meeting who will advocate for a fighter. I asked for that. I couldn't have those stuff that I asked for.
After the interview was done, Conor McGregor took to his Instagram story to offer advice to the former UFC champion. Conor's advice was to get a manager for these negotiations and told him to work with Paradigm. He wrote, "Correct representation is imperative. Seek Paradigm Sports." Jon Jones won't reveal how much he'll be weighing in for the heavyweight title fight against Ciryl Gane at UFC 285. In an interview with John Morgan of the MMA Underground, Jones said he finally felt like a true heavyweight 4 months ago. He says he has been working a ton on adding size the right way and believes he has done that for his fight against Ciryl Gane. When asked how much he'll weigh in on fight night, he said, "Yeah, I do. I want Ciryl to see me for the first time, and it'd be a nice surprise. I felt my physical size and strength was ready to go about 4 months ago. Dana says there was never a Stipe fight on the line, but there was. They just couldn't come to an agreement. I've been trying to prepare for Francis. I did a whole training camp preparing for Stipe, and now we got Ciryl Gane. I've been ready for a long time. I've been training non-stop for 3 years, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I've been waiting for this moment for a really long time. Glad to have an opponent." Jones also shared some kind words for Francis Ngannou, saying, "I'm happy for Francis. I'm glad that Francis knows his worth. No man has a right to shame another man for fighting for his worth. I was in a very similar situation as Francis as a light heavyweight. I was never happy with my salary. I had to sit out 3 years and I missed a lot of time, but now we're here. I encourage Francis on his journey and I wish him all the best. Another company is going to be truly blessed to have him. And I do believe my path will cross with Francis. Dana White always gives the fans what they want to see, and a Jon Jones-Francis Ngannou fight will always be a fight of interest. So I'm not counting it out. I'll keep an eye on Francis." Chris Weidman doesn't buy Dana White's explanation as to why Francis Ngannou is leaving the UFC. Last Saturday, White suggested that Ngannou might be scared to fight Jon Jones and rather fight lesser competition for bigger money. Speaking on SiriusXM, Weidman reacted to Dana's comments and gave his thoughts on why the UFC and Ngannou couldn't come to terms on a new deal. Here's the clip.
Now all of a sudden Jon Jones is the man. Jon Jones is the scariest person ever, and Francis, didn't really want to fight him because it's too tough of competition. I don't buy it. I think Francis Ngannou would fight anybody and wanted that fight more than any other fight was to fight Jon Jones because of how big it would have been and how awesome it would have been for him and his career. So Jon Jones versus Francis Ngannou fight, that's huge. A lot of people are going to be tuning in from around the world, And is it as big as the Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather? Maybe, maybe not. But either way, it's going to bring those numbers up pretty damn high. If the UFC was able to do it, and they did it for Francis Ngannou, what is going to happen if he got the health insurance, if he got pension, if he got the type of money that Conor McGregor got against Floyd Mayweather, now that changes the sport, that changes the promotion forever, because now the other fighters are going to expect that type of money. And I think that's really why they weren't able to budge. It's not that they can't afford to give Francis that money, and it's not that they don't think he's worth it. It's that it's going to set a precedence for the rest of the UFC and for all the big fighters that are here. All the champions are going to start expecting way more money. Anybody who's moving up the rankings are going to expect more money, and it changes everything for the sport. And I think that's really one of the big reasons why they didn't want to do it.
Glover Teixeira and Jamahal Hill face off for the first time ahead of their Saturday's clash at UFC 283.
Wow, good.
Now let's do individual ones, guys.
Yeah.
Here's also how Teixeira and Hill reacted during their face-off.
Got that vibe a little bit of the guy, got that good vibe, and he got in my face a little bit. Let's get it, and we're ready to go. I know he's ready to go. I'm ready to go. And it's gonna be a war.
I was excited when I got the call. Now I'm actually here. Get to feel the energy. It's beautiful weather. It's just been amazing. The whole trip's been amazing. Everything feeling right. Good. I feel better than I've ever felt, and I'm locked in and ready to get that title.
Visualize this fight in Rio with Jiri, then with Jan and Ankalaev, and now we're here with Jamal. But I'm here. January 24th, baby. Let's get it.
Here are the top 3 funniest memes we found on the internet today. Third place was found over Reddit and was posted by a user named PhilipTNT. Second place was also found over Reddit and was posted by a user named TopAd2819. And our top pick was found over Twitter and was posted by a user named LiamHealy16. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel to keep up with the latest MMA news.